choices, choices. Which one should we go to first, honey?
I don't know. I'm going to carry you in over the threshold.
Get you looking at it. I don't want those. No. This is my buddy right here. How much they asking for you? Oh, you're coming home with me, cock-a-doodle-doo. I know. How much? $5. I don't use foam brushes anymore, but that's got to be a deal right there.
Somebody's got to use those. Take those to church.
Don't put it on my straw. Ah, look at the sunflower. Oh, I like the ship. I like this ship.
We do ladies' night.
Yeah, right? Yeah. That we could do a craft night for sure with that. That's a deal. And there's my little rooster. Got him home. And I'm going to give him a little makeover for spring. I'm happy to be joining the Hello Spring collaboration with Tammy and Ellie and Favi this month. And I'll talk a little bit more about that. And the link is in the description box. And their links to their wonderful channels are also in the description box. So I'm going to be using some of this Waverly Pumpkin chalk paint on my rooster. And I'm going to try to get as full coverage as I can. I'm going to put a couple of different layers on this beautiful rooster. It had some chips, but nothing that was, really disfigured it once I get it painted. Just some of the paint had chipped off over, the years. And it was just fine. So I have put 2 coats on there. And now I'm going to just take a tea light candle and rub some wax on it so that I can pull back this orange paint. I'm going to be adding this Art Deco paint that I got at Michael's on top of the wax. So I push all the wax in, and there it is. It's called Pale Moon, and it is also a chalk paint. So I'm going to put this on, but I'm not going to be as particular about getting in all the cracks and crevices. This is a really nice chalk paint. I was really impressed with it. But I'm going to leave some of the orange showing through in the the little divots and the details, and then I'll be pulling back a little bit more of that orange for here as I sand, and then I also will be pulling back some white, and so I'll be going through all the paint colors, and so you can see a little bit of all that coming through on my little fancy rooster. But I love this. Gosh, it's almost a light yellow. But it's, it also reads ivory. But I just, compared to the yellow on my dress, it definitely is an ivory shade. And now I'm going to just use the DIY white wax. And I'm going to put this on one whole side of my rooster. Now this is just on top of chalk paint. So remember, when you put either white wax or a dark wax on chalk paint, that chalk paint is going to drink it up. It is very porous, and that white wax is really going to get in there. So if I wanted less of the white effect, I should have done smaller portions of the piece and then wiped back. But I wanted the white. So you can see the difference between the two. I wanted that oxidized, that real pretty, kind of fresh and new look. I love that. I just love the way that looks. So now I have that creamy pale moon lemon color, and then the orange, and then this white. And I just think it makes this rooster look very fancy. He's looking very nice for spring. So I'm just using a paper towel to leave all the wax in the crevices and take off the wax on the high points. And these things, finding these at thrift stores are just gold because they're so easy to make over. And look how fancy he looks in my windowsill. I'm doing this video on my iPad. I dropped my phone last weekend, and so it's been acting up, so I've got a new one on order. But my iPad does not have as much memories, so this is going to be a shorter video today. But we're going to take a look at that heart that's hanging there in my windowsill. I got that. I've got my finger over it, but it was $4.99 at Hobby Lobby. You've all probably seen it. They had their Valentine's Day items for 75% off, so I was very happy about that. Got a nice deal. And so I'm just going to take the twine off. I'm going to be hanging it with one of my satin bows. And here we go. I found these shoe polishes at my Roses for $3, $2.99, and they're pretty big shoe polish bottles. I have been looking for the shoe polish at the Dollar Tree for, over a year. Susie from Susie Stuff is all the time using the shoe polish to stain things from the Dollar Tree, and I have looked and looked, but my Dollar Trees just do not carry it. I don't know if you've ever found it. You can tell me in the description or in the comments. I have never seen it, and I'm convinced they don't put it out anymore. But when I saw this at Roses, I decided to go ahead and grab it. I have seen this brand at Dollar General as well, but it did a great job. Okay, all that to say, I highly suggest this using shoe polish to stain these wood pieces that we can get at, Hobby Lobby, Dollar Tree, Dollar General, Family Dollar. These little decorative pieces, it stained it up beautifully. I loved it. And I'm going to kind of go for an ombre look here with the tip of the heart being a little bit darker and then going to the light. So that's probably the last of the shoe polish I'm going to put on the top part of the heart. And I'm going to keep going back to that tip and keep layering it. And it dried pretty fast, really. So you're going to see, pretty nice. I really liked it. And then I'm going to put the white on the other side. So here we go. It's already starting to look kind of get that ombre effect. And you can see how some of it, where I was really going for that tip to get it dark, kind of soaked through. Well, I really did this because I wanted to try out the white shoe polish and see how it did on the wood as well. But it is hanging in my kitchen window. And, we have a lot of people walking their dogs and taking walks and runs and whatnot. So I like for the back of things, if they're going to hang in the window, to look nice as well. So I wanted to use the white on the back, but I did not want it to soak through. And so I'm really trying to be careful here with my paper towels, and then I'm going to grab a dry paintbrush to sop up anything that's kind of trying to drip through a little bit there. And so from here on out, I try to be a little bit more careful with the white, because I do not want that getting on the other side. I didn't know how that would affect the, the shoe polish for the brown. And so there we go. I just did light coats of the white. And look at that. Beautiful. It kind of gave it a whitewashed look. It's not pure white. It's still, you could see a little bit of the grain of the wood, which I loved. I loved the way that turned out. And so here I go. This side is dried, so I can put a little bit more of the dark down toward the tip and try to, blend it up toward the lighter. And I liked how this turned out. Of course, you could, make it all one color, and that would be gorgeous as well. But I really was impressed with the shoe polish. So if you see it in the Dollar General, and if you see it in your Dollar Tree, Susie said that it was over near the socks and the shoelaces, but I have dug, and sometimes, there's scarves and bags and stuff over there. I've dug looking for the shoe polish, and I just can't find it. And so when I found this, I wanted to try it, and I loved it. I highly recommend shoe polish for these wood pieces, white and the brown. I haven't tried the black yet. I'll have to do that next. So I'm just going to take this satin ribbon to hang it from, and I'm just going to tie a simple bow. I bought this satin ribbon, and it just keeps on giving. I got this at the Gathering Place thrift store for $1.50 for the roll, and my goodness, I've used it for so many projects. I love it. I just have a command strip that I took Rub and Buff and put some gold Rub and Buff on. It's hard to tell that it's gold, but it's just hanging there, just as pretty as you please, with white on one side and our little ombre look on this side. I love how that turned out. Love it. All right, now the next project is just for funsies. This one, I found this card of this hamster for St. Patrick's Day. It is in the Dollar Tree right now, and it is the cutest thing. It just made me smile. So I went ahead and picked it up, and I went in my stash and I picked out this little easel, and I'm going to put it on the white side. There's a chalkboard side and then a white side, kind of a whiteboard side. So I'm just going to use my Jock glue stick there. I, of course, traced it out, and I'm going to glue stick this to the white side so I can peel it off eventually. And then I'm going to take some Mod Podge. I use the hard coat. It gives you a satin finish, which is, you could use the satin Mod Podge. But I wanted to see the texture, like if it was a piece of art. I know this is not art, and I'm not fooling anybody that it's art. But I wanted to see a little texture just for fun. Give it a little bit of interest. And so there he is, sitting on my windowsill. I scooted a few things over, and you can kind of see the texture there. I just love it. Okay, I want to thank Tammy from the Rusted Willow, and Ellie from DIY from House to Home, and our guest host, Favi from Creations by Favi. You can find links to all their channels down below in my description box, and the playlist, which is just full of spring inspiration. I can't wait to watch what everybody else has done. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you will hit the like button and subscribe to my channel, and leave me a comment and tell me what was your favorite in this short video. I want to leave you with a few scriptures. This is from Song of Solomon 2, verses 11 through 12. For behold, the winter is past, the rain is over and gone, the flowers appear on the earth, the time of singing has come, and the turtle dove is heard in our land. And from Hosea 6:3, let us know, let us press on to know the Lord. His going out is sure as the dawn. He will come to us as the showers, as the spring rains that water the earth. And finally, Isaiah 61:11, for as the earth brings forth its sprouts, and as the garden causes what is sown in it to sprout up, so the Lord God will cause righteousness and praise to sprout up before all the nations. Thank you again for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.